Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another one. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that you should be focusing on when you're trying to build muscle. So when the goal is to put on size, these are basically the 5 things you should be thinking about over the course of that time. Yeah, and these are things that you should be paying attention to every day. And listen, this is coming from 8 or 9 years of experience in the gym, personally, and that's crazy. I've been doing it for a long time, and these are things that I've learned over the course of that time, and things that I've definitely been paying attention to for a long time. It's benefited me enormously. So when you pay attention to it and you focus on it, and you actually intentionally try to improve on these things, and we all make mistakes. And you're always going to make mistakes, but as long as you can learn from those mistakes and just keep pushing forward, you're going to get great results. So here we go. This is in no particular order, but the first one is training. So training is super important, and it should be hard, it should be difficult, and the muscles should be aching. You should be really pushing yourself hard and making that muscle work. The whole idea is that you put that muscle under a lot of stress, a lot of tension, and that's what's going to make it grow. And your workouts should be hard, they should be fun, and you should try to make your workouts enjoyable. This basically should be the most enjoyable part of it all, is training. And training is super important. You should be training 5 or 6 days a week, I believe, in order to get the best results. So the next one is recovery. So recovery is basically, I would like to think of it as 50-50 with training. Pretend that didn't happen. So it's basically, training and recovery are like 50-50. They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. They basically coincide with each other. So recovery is just as important. And you grow when you recover. You don't grow when you train. Training initiates growth, but recovery is when it actually happens. So you need to be focusing on your sleep, and this is why I also say have 5 or 6 days training per week, and you have 1 or 2 rest days. And rest days are so important. I can actually tell you a quick story about my lesson regarding this, and it was years ago. It was probably about maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I remember I was so focused on my goals. They were so important to me, like reaching my goals and getting bigger and achieving the goals I had in mind, gaining size, getting aesthetic. And I was in the gym 7 days a week. I was training so hard, and I was working long days. I was like getting up 5 a.m, coming home at like even 7 at night. It was crazy, and I was still going to the gym every day, eating, cooking, and I was working hard. And I remember one time I caught a cold, and I had this cold. It was just an average cold, like sore throat, and I kept going to the gym. I was like, I can't afford to have a day off. So I kept going, and about a week and a half later, it got worse, and my throat was super sore, and it got to the point where I couldn't even swallow. I remember I woke up one morning, I couldn't swallow. I couldn't swallow anything. I couldn't eat, couldn't drink any water, nothing. My throat was in so much pain, I could barely speak. So I went to the hospital, and I actually ended up with tonsillitis. So basically, because I was basically burning myself out, so it's past the point of no return. Once you start pushing yourself so hard like that, you're just going to burn yourself out, and you're basically not going to gain anything. So that, I didn't get my tonsils taken out or anything. I just basically got given a tablet, like an antibiotic, and I was good. But that was my lesson. And you need recovery. You need to listen to your body, and you need to let your body recover and grow. So recovery is super important. Next one is eating. So eating, when you're building muscle, you've got to eat a lot. You've got to eat a lot of food, and you haven't got to stuff your face with junk food. It's all about trying to eat relatively clean. Of course, you might throw in a cookie here and there. You're not trying to shred down for a competition or a photo shoot, so it's not super serious. I recommend you focus more on your macros rather than your calories, because you can get calories from anywhere, but where are you getting what macros you're consuming? That's more important, and where are you getting the food from. So macros, you should be focusing on, and basically just eating a lot of good food, feeding the muscle, helping yourself grow. The next one is consistency. So basically everything I'm mentioning, you know, muscle building takes a long time, and that's basically what I tell everyone. Whoever asks me for advice, I say it takes a long time. You know, it doesn't even happen in a week. It doesn't happen in a few months. It doesn't even happen in a year. Yeah, in a year you can see a lot of progress. But what I'm saying is, you know, for most people, building muscle, you know, it's a very long-term thing. It's like you've got to be in it for the long run. And if you're not, then you're probably not in it for the right reasons, or it's not for you. But you've got to have the mindset. That's the most important thing, is you've got to have the mindset first of basically being in it long term and sticking at everything every day consistently. And I eat basically the same thing every day for breakfast. I basically eat the same sort of thing every day during the day, and I train almost every day. So it's just, when you're doing it over and over for years, you're going to get great results. So it's super important. Next one is water, staying hydrated. I believe that most people don't really focus enough on water. I believe that it kind of gets overlooked. But water is super important, especially now. I'm sweating right now. I'm actually in the garage, it's super hot. It's summer, so I'm drinking even more water than I usually drink. I probably drink like maybe 8 liters a day now. No joke, because it's hot. Usually I'll drink like, you know, 7 liters, you know, around that. And I didn't just start drinking that much water, I, you know, worked up to it. It's like anything else. You just gradually add more and more over time. And I had to teach myself to drink more. Because when I was younger, I didn't really drink enough either. So it was a lesson I taught myself. And basically this is actually my bottle right here. A lot of people say I should get a stainless steel bottle, which is good advice. But this is great, and this is a good example of, you know, this sort of size bottle you should be carrying around with you every day. If you struggle to drink a lot of water, at least if you carry around a big bottle, you can say, okay, I've finished this bottle by the end of the day, I'm good. And I think everyone should drink about 4 liters of water a day. That would be ideal. So water is super important. And think about it. The muscle is, what is it, like 75% water? So if you think about that, it basically makes a lot more sense to drink a lot of water. You need to keep that muscle pumped up, you need to keep that muscle full, you need to keep fluid flushing through the body, cleaning out your body. And you know, if you're struggling to get a pump in the gym, and you're like, well, I'm training hard, I'm eating right, I'm recovering, I'm sleeping, and I'm eating good, or maybe you're not drinking enough water. Maybe that's the issue. So, you know, even though I'm saying all these things, guys, like I said in the beginning, we all make mistakes. I still make mistakes today. I still make mistakes today. So I still, you know, I'm into a bad routine right now, actually, where I'm going to bed pretty late. So, you know, I'm trying to figure that out. You know, I'm maybe getting like just about 7 hours of sleep a night, and I need to try to make that, you know, closer to 8. You know, I need to try to get more sleep. So it's always a work in progress, and life's so busy, but you need to try to just focus on it. You know, if this is your goal, if you're serious about building muscle and looking, you know, making your physique look great, looking the best you've ever looked in your life, then you should be focusing on all these things and just, you know, just keep working. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.